Well, hello internets, here we are. Little bit of a vlog for the day in progress. It's been a little while since I've picked up a camera once again, but it is what it is. And yeah, welcome to our vlog. So, here we go. Well, here we are, a spring of 2021. It was a interesting winter, a little bit of a struggle this winter, but been doing better this time around than I have previous winters. My stress level and such has dropped enough to the point where I'm starting to feel creative again, starting to feel better compared to where I was even just a few months ago, much less a couple of years ago when everything was neck deep in a bunch of stuff. Well, recently we reached a big milestone. I finally finished editing up the 2019 Epic Vacation footage. I know we're a couple of years later now, and that footage is still virtually as relevant as it was the day I shot it. I would have been done sooner, but I had some distractions and struggles throughout the years that took my attention away, and months go by before I turn the computer on again. But that's the way it is, right? It is nice to have that footage edited up and in the queue to go live on YouTube over the next few months, which brings me a little bit of space where a guy can film other videos and have a little bit of potential summer adventures, I'm hoping, and not have to worry about the stress of editing and uploading a video every second day like I've been doing. The vlogs, of course, I've been filming when I can and getting them up. I'm hoping to be able to carry the momentum through the summer into the fall. The fall and winter may be another story, but hey, that is 4 or 5 months away, so we will deal with that when it comes, because, well, no point in stressing about something that you may or may not be able to control when it hits. But pretty much, guys, today I would like to go out and have a look at the Jayco. Maybe clean it up, get it cleaned up for the season. It's not dirty by far, because I did put it away clean and such. It was winterized, but I have put some boxes of stuff in it last fall, and there always is dust or a couple of dead flies that happen to come in through the vent or however they get in there that are laying on the counter. And once it stops freezing at nights, I would like to de-winterize it, and then it'll basically be essentially ready to pull for whatever summer adventures I can get on. I am hoping that everything can stay the way it's going right now. The Jayco's been a great trailer for me. I never thought growing up or with the previous campers that I've had that having air conditioning, a working fridge, a working furnace, water, that wonderful toilet being as much disgusting as it is, how all those things would be beneficial for my life. And now that I have access to a trailer with those items in it, I don't know why I waited so long to get a trailer or get access to a trailer with those items. I would like to repurchase the Jayco and rebuy it back potentially. It is a good trailer. It's got a couple of small issues, minor things. I would like to convert the bulbs over to LED to save on power and maybe double the batteries so I have more 12-volt power when I'm off the grid. But with the generator, I have, as long as my gasoline holds out, I have ample power essentially. And in terms of what it really needs fixing, it doesn't really need much per se. I could upgrade that short RV style toilet to more of a standard house toilet, but that's not really a must. That's just kind of a want. And it could use a couple of paint on the frame and stuff where it's starting to show its age from past rock chips. But again, that doesn't really affect the usability of the trailer. I believe you guys may have seen the video by now, but we did put 2 new tires on the Jayco last year to replace one that was flat and one that was damaged, as well as a new battery as well to replace the one that was new in 2014, which did very well for the time, I guess. And the other 2 tires, or other 2 and the spare, if they're not super bad this year, then I'm gonna roll on them for another year and maybe replace them next season, or like next season, because, well, that's extra money that if I don't need to put it out, I don't need to put it out. And we kind of have an agreement that for the use of the trailer, I pay for the maintenance and the winterizing and such. I don't have to pay a rental fee or a monthly fee or all that stuff for using the trailer. I just bring it back not damaged and pay for anything that breaks, kind of a thing, and it is what it is. So it's kind of been the way it's been the last few months, and kind of potential summer ideas or plans. I don't know how much of that's going to come to reality, but it is what it is. As long as things can stay the way they are, everything can stay the way it is, then everything will be fine. I know a lot of people have struggled during the last couple of years with the economic downturn, and now the fallout from the year and a half of this pandemic so far, that a lot of businesses have closed, a lot of people have lost their jobs, a lot of people are in debt, and they are having to liquidate things to pay bills. And I'm hoping that that's not the case with the Jayco in the truck, that the person that owns the trailer and the truck, I'm hoping they can keep the trailer and the truck and not have to sell it to pay their bills, because for one, I'm kind of invested in the trailer and truck, and it would be a huge loss for me. And 2, I enjoy having access to the trailer and the truck, and I have no idea what I would do if they were no longer available for me to use. I'd probably have to save up my money as much as I can, and maybe in the spring buy a $500 or $1,000 old truck or van or something, and start camping in the back of the van or something. I have no idea where to go from there, because after what I've been through, I probably couldn't get a loan to buy a pot to pee in from the bank, because well, that's another story just in itself. And I know I'm not the only one in this boat, because there's a lot of houses that have been foreclosed on, and a lot of people that have lost their shirt. And now over the last year and a half, and currently is, but with me it happened a little before then because of other reasons. I've been kicking around the idea of upgrading my editing software. My current editing software was new in 2016, if I remember correctly, and it is still working. It is still as temperamental and as buggy as it's ever been, and it is still fine, but the new software that are out there is got some new music and a couple extra bells and whistles, but I don't know, does a guy upgrade just for the sake of upgrade, or does he stick with what is working currently without having to throw out extra money that really you don't need to throw out? A lot of times in our society we upgrade and throw away just because there are new models or new features on the new stuff that is coming out. I know in the past I've bought new cameras just for the sake of buying new cameras. The old cameras were still working, they were scuffed, they had been dropped, they might have a slight rattle, but they were working, you know. There were a few times I was forced to buy a camera fast because I dropped one in water, or I crushed one, or it just quit working, and sometimes, you know, in that case then an upgrade is kind of needed, right? But our society nowadays seems to like the newness, likes the thrill of the new item, the new phone or the new TV, new device, whatever it is, and we don't fix things like we used to fix. But I guess that's kind of the way our world is going, kind of the way she is. Kind of a reminder of the past, how things used to be serviceable, and how nowadays things aren't nearly as fixing friendly as what they once was. But gonna head on out, do a couple of things, see what happens from the day. If we end up out at the trailer, I will turn the camera back on. But if not, we'll see y'all right back here later on. Well, hello internets, here we are. We come to the end of another vlog. I forget exactly what I was talking about in the first part of this here vlog. It's been a few days since that was filmed. However, we had ourselves a winter storm. We had like 10 centimeters of snow fall within just a few hours, as well as 90-kilometer-an-hour winds. We went from like plus 15, plus 16 to like minus 10 Celsius in just a few hours, and it was quite the storm. I felt it coming, and I was doing my best to not let it affect me. However, as the storm got near, it got worse and worse, and I had to shut down. I pretty much slept the better part through the storm. I pretty much, well, had to crash and weathered the storm. And now that we're on the other side, I've had a couple of good days of sleep, semi-recovered-ish. Just waiting for the warm weather to come back, and then we can continue on with our hopes of a summer. It's still too cold to do any amount of camping yet. Maybe a couple of day trips or so, but to stay overnight it's still cold. Looking at the forecast, it's probably not going to be campable weather until mid to late May, so which is normal. I was hoping for an early spring. However, that's just me hoping and trying to get back to what I like, rather than being cooped up inside the apartment all winter. But you know, it is what it is. Once things settle down here, I could probably edit up some videos, plan out my route lists for the summer and such, once things start to warm up, where it's you know, plus 10, plus 15, maybe plus 20 Celsius during the day, you can go out and clean up the trailer, get things squared away. However, you can't winterize it yet until it quits freezing at night, because once you de-winterize it and introduce water into the system, if it does drop to minus 20, for more than 1 or 2 days, she's going to freeze up, and then you have problems. And to run the furnace is just a waste of propane and such, because, well, propane's kind of expensive right now. But gonna shut her down here, get a couple more days of rest, see what happens. We'll catch y'all on the other end when everything works its way out. And see y'all then. And as always, thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.